Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Libra January 13, 2023. The circulation of ideas and the feedback you receive while interacting inspire you today. Even if it's about going in the opposite direction, it's still a reaction to something you're hearing. There can be a stronger focus on learning, transportation, projects, and daily affairs for you, although with some complications to sort out in these areas. While discussing non-personal matters comes easily today, with more personal topics, there can be some hesitation about sharing certain information or remorse for sharing too much. As the day advances, it's especially easy to enjoy creative interactions with special people in your life, and you have quite the eye for value and art. You radiate healing energy that draws others to you. Openness of spirit is endearing now. As Venus cozies up in your solar house of domesticity, you will see love blossom at home. Those who live with their partner will enjoy this frequency quite a bit, so spend some time together, whether it is drawing up a long bath, cooking for the holidays, or even cuddling during candlelight. For singles, this could spark an especially romantic mood if you are to have a date over for dinner while conversing over wine before the fire. Don't miss this magical time to embrace the luxury of your home. Keep moving forward with your professional arrangements. You may need to revamp your professional commitments to feel comfortable when Venus in Aquarius squares the North Node in Taurus and the South Node in your sign. The double square implies tension since it can refer to being stuck between old, unproductive habits and new opportunities that will require having an open mind. If you want to move forward, then you will need to address any root problems that might be holding you back from success with your working relationships, contracts, and professional obligations. Because the 4 planets still in retrograde motion at the start of the year will all turn direct over the next 11 days, this will have a cascading effect or rapid unzipping from the past and from everything holding us back. It begins with the dwarf planet Eris direct turn in your work sector today and will continue with Mars direct turn in your financial sector tomorrow. This will have a positive impact on both sides of the financial fence. Staying focused on your dreams is part of what physical exercise is all about. With training, discipline, and endurance in our daily lives, we learn to expect results from where we direct our energy. Thus, wishing something could be a certain way, in work or romance, for example, can be effective only with the additional persistence and goal setting we learn through physical exercise and diet. Your healthy habits go a long way toward making your dreams into realities. You may find yourself in group situations that you might not be ready to work with. However, if you dig in your heels and show your hardworking, creative side, you may surprise yourself. On a day like this, you have much to offer everyone around you. Be careful, though, that you do not go into group settings spouting out your information, without having any real idea of the direction that the group wishes to take. Feel things out first. Just as Mars has reached his last full day in retrograde motion in your financial sector, the dwarf planet Eris turns direct in your work sector today. This is the start of a series of 4 direct turns over the next 11 days that will one by one give different aspects of your life the green light. Today it is work and job matters getting the green light, while in his last full day in retrograde motion Mars is giving you a chance to spend one more day back at the drawing board before money matters get their turn from tomorrow. Just as their own friendly aspect is separating, the Moon forms a friendly aspect to both Mercury on the communication and Uranus on the relationship front today. This is helping to maintain the bond between 2 planets that are not only focused on communication but with both still in retrograde motion, on giving your relationships, the past and unsaid words a voice. Our eyes in the sky. Mercury retrograde in Capricorn squares off with healing centaur Chiron in Aries this morning. When these 2 cosmic forces collide, we can expect to understand how much we personally need to change and evolve. We might even want to reach out to others and apologize for past mistakes, and others might want to make amends with us in an effort to heal hearts and spirits. If you feel misunderstood by others, don't respond aggressively, but take it easy. Despite your high level of commitment, you may experience some tension. Act calmly and put things off until the atmosphere improves and appears less difficult. Exercise is always beneficial for relieving tension and is the best thing you can do now. In your private life, you feel like you're walking through a minefield. One false move and there will be an explosion. This will really put you to the test. Don't let others blame you for everything. Sometimes they are at fault too. Remember to be open for other points of view when it comes to solving problems. Reconciling both is a difficult, but not impossible task. Financial commitments can be problematic. The ideas you put forward during discussions aren't effective and others will want to patronize you. You could be confused by this and enter into loss-making investments. Trust your own instincts because you know which investments suit you best. It's always good to listen to advice, but you should always be critical before taking it. If things are problematic, don't be surprised if you get the odd headache or feel tired. It's possible concerns around recent events have left their mark on you. Work on building up your body's resilience and take plenty of exercise, get the sleep you need and try to eat especially healthy foods that are beneficial. Just after midnight, retrograde Mercury squares off with Chiron in Aries, the second of 3 squares the messenger planet will make to the Wounded Healer asteroid during its retrograde spin. Its first pass, which occurred on December 14th, stimulated communication conflicts born of differences in opinions. Low self-esteem and guilt over misunderstandings played a large part in this cosmic drama. In many ways, everyone involved in the conversation came to the table with old grievances and baggage in tow. While the first alignment stirred up topics in need of closer examination, this second transit helps us re-examine our biases and recognize where we are unfairly judging others, or ourselves. This aspect may be experienced largely on an internal level, as we reflect upon previous dialogues. In fact, we may not have much to add to the discussion today. The important thing is that we allow ourselves to sit with the discomfort. Only through acknowledging the disconnect can we return to the argument with a refined perspective. The final square will occur on January 27th, with Mercury in direct motion. After sunup, the Virgo moon trines Mercury, perpetuating the introspective nature of the day. This is an ideal influence to think up solutions to problems. We have a knack for strategy, but keep the social dynamics of our situation in mind. This is not an emotionless math problem to be solved. We must determine how to gain another's trust by expressing our feelings honestly. Though the Moon-Mercury trine is generally a transit for decision-making, retrograde Mercury inclines us to reflection. Listen to your intuition. You don't need to make any choices yet. Just remain open and receptive to messages from the universe, which may arrive in the words of a friend, a passing encounter, or in daydreams.